Hello and welcome to today's love lesson. Today's love lesson is on the thing you need before you can start a relationship. The thing you need before you can be in a relationship. The first thing you do need to do before you get into a relationship is be in a relationship with yourself. And one big part is dating yourself. This is one of my favorite things to do, is to date myself. So, and that could be whatever you're looking for in a relationship, you do for yourself. So if you're looking for someone who's super sexy and has their whatever together, or they take you out on dates, or they, are a really great cook, become that. So become what you want. And you'll see it's a lot of fun, and you'll learn new skills, and then you'll also attract what you want, and you'll attract in a healthy way. So sometimes we can attract things that maybe we think we want, but it doesn't end up being all that healthy for us or all that great. So when it comes to love and relationships, the number one relationship is yourself, hands down, and it's going to be the best relationship that you'll ever have. The relationship with yourself, the best. But how do you get to that point? Well, I have some homework for you to do, and a few ways to get to that, your best self, that best relationship with yourself, where you feel so in love and wonderful, is to know that you're not always going to like yourself, and that's okay. You're not always going to like the way you look. You're not always going to like the way you act. You are not always going to like who you are. But it comes down to heart and loving what's here, loving your soul. Your higher self, whomever you want to call, is someone different, and they don't judge, they're loving, they're accepting, and that's the person that you're in a relationship with. And that's the essence of who you are. And there's so many wonderful things of who you are you're giving back to the world, especially when you embrace that love of self. So, first thing, no, you're probably not going to like yourself all the time, and that's okay. So there is a difference. A lot of times with self-love, it's this association with that you're going to love yourself every day, and you're going to feel the best every day, and every day your body's going to feel amazing. Well, your body's always tweaking, right? You are not the same person you were yesterday. You've changed. You've encountered different people. You've encountered different situations. You have changed. And it could be teeny tiny, could be massive changes. But you are not the person you were yesterday. The person you are when you woke up this morning is a different person than who you're going to bed with tonight. And you actually could be going to bed with someone different tonight than you were last night. I don't judge. Do it. Do your thing. Yeah. So, but when it comes down to that relationship with yourself, no, you don't always have to like yourself. Come back to the love. Come from the heart. And you'll find that that relationship can be strengthened, and that relationship can be strong. And that's the relationship you need before getting into a lovely, healthy relationship with another human being. And you want to be in that relationship with a healthy human being who also loves themselves too. So, and a big part to know is you're not another half. You're a whole person, and you're going to be in a relationship with another whole person. It's two whole people, and together you come and make something new, build something new, come together in the world, and hopefully help the world, help other people around you, bring a little more love and light into the world, because we need more love and light in the world. We need more people who are loving and giving, and more people that just feel good about who they are and feel good about the love that they have within themselves. Thank you so much for watching, for sharing, for liking, and sharing the love with whomever that maybe needs a little more love today. And if you're looking to become involved in my school and do the Love 101 course, then for sure start off with the love work and sign up down below. I'll leave a link to my website so you can find out some more information on that. And I look forward to being in the school with you. So it'll be fun. Until next time, peace, love, and hugs. Bye-bye. Welcome to today's love lesson. Today's love lesson is all about unleashing your sexual goddess. So getting back to yourself, getting back to your partner, and just really connecting with yourself, with your partner. And it's one of the most beautiful things with love when we can come together and have that pure joy. And it's also a review today on some of my favorite sex toys. And I'm very excited to share because I used to have a closet full of toys, and I have since gotten rid of pretty much everything, and I only use these 2 toys. So I'm really excited to share those with you. So part of unleashing that sexual goddess, or unleashing that sexual god, is getting back to yourself, getting back to loving yourself. So it can be just really getting to know you and what makes you feel good, and that's a part that I think a lot of people don't focus on. And something I know for women, where we're told we're not supposed to focus on that. We're supposed to focus on somebody else. And also that maybe it's a sin, or you're not supposed to masturbate, which is just so crazy to me because I feel like it's a connection to God. I feel like God didn't build us this way for nothing. So I want to see more of you go out there and get to know and love yourself. And my favorite toys are actually from Dame Products. So I love these ladies. They're 2 ladies in New York, so they know a thing or two about vaginas. So that is huge for me. So the first product they came up with is called Eva. So you can see it almost looks like a tick. So if you're on Nantucket in the islands, this is going to be the only tick you want stuck in you. And it's actually hands-free. So that's one of the most beautiful things. It's for partners. But I have found that I love it by itself. So yes, it is hands-free. You can use it with a partner, and great clitoral stimulation, and has 3 different settings. I find the first setting for me is a little more like, it's okay. The second setting is the sweet spot. And the third setting is when it's running low on battery. And one of the great things about this is that you just plug it in and it recharges. Which, if you're like me, actually all the toys, this is the second toy, Finn, and this is detachable. It's a little tether, so if you want to kind of keep things in place, and you can go either way too, so you can switch it around, and switch this around, it comes right off. So it has different modes for sure, 3 different speeds as well, and also you can plug it in. So I don't know if you can see that, but you can plug both of these in, which is brilliant. So one, great for the environment. You don't have to worry about wasting batteries, but also when you're in that zone, right, and the battery runs out on you, it's so frustrating. And it can be frustrating for your partner, it can be frustrating for you. So yes, this is brilliant. You just recharge it. So highly, highly, highly suggest. And again, so this one looks like a little submarine in a way. And this one you can switch all around. And I love it's like so easy between the fingers. So this is not hands-free. They're both silicone medical grade. So this is not hands-free. It is meant for the hand, and I love that. It gives you more control. And the 3 speeds, not that you can't hold on to this. You certainly can. I do. But this has 3 different speeds as well. And the first speed actually does pack a punch. So it's has a little more strength than the Eva. And the second one is definitely a sweet spot. Third one, don't even go near that if you're not like fully prepared. You may be very surprised, which actually, could be a good thing if that's what you're looking for. So love, love, love these toys. I think they're a great way to get down to your self-love practice. Healthy, so healthy for sex is so healthy, masturbation is so healthy, orgasms are so healthy for you. They boost your immune system, they bring happiness, they help you with your sleep, and there's so many benefits. You can Google And you'll just find so many benefits to orgasms and sex in general. And it should be a part of your health routine if it's not already. So that is just a little tip for unleashing your sexual goddess. Definitely go out and get, even if you just get one of these toys, it's worth it. They have another toy called Eva2 that has recently come out, and that looks very exciting. So I can't wait to try that out. But for now, I'll stick with my two babes. I love them so much. And thank you for watching, for sharing, and for commenting, letting me know what you think, whether you like it or you don't like it. I'm all ears. So thank you again, and I look forward to the next time. Peace, love, and hugs. Bye-bye. Welcome to today's love lesson. Today's love lesson is having an accountability partner in love and relationships. So whether you are dating, whether you are in a relationship, whether you are married, or whether you are single and not looking to mingle, then you still need to have an accountability partner in love and relationships. An accountability partner can be someone that allows you to be accountable for your actions when it comes to relationships, romantic or otherwise, when it comes to love, somebody else or yourself. And this person, you have different goals or different things that you want to achieve. Even in love and relationships, you can have that. You don't necessarily have to have goals and aspirations in your career or in your life. You can still have aspirations for what you want in your relationships. Your everyday relationships, to your romantic relationships, to the relationship with yourself. Accountability partner allows you to lovingly, but at the same time hold you accountable to stick with the things that you want, to grow, to learn. So we definitely all need it. I know for myself, I have an accountability partner for almost every situation in my life, from workouts to work, to different goals that I have, to my spiritual growth as well. I have accountability partners. And your accountability partner can be a best friend. Great if it can be a romantic relationship, that's your accountability partner. You tell them how you want to improve, and then they can check you to make sure that you are sticking to that. And that's what's great about having that accountability partner. You'll find that you do show up. And that's a big part with relationships, is showing up. So what are some of the things you can do that will help you engage with this accountability partner? Well, I love that you're asking that. And I have a few different ways to utilize an accountability partner. So first things first, when it comes to an accountability partner, you first need to figure out what you want to work on and what you're looking to achieve and how you want to show up. So first, that is something you dig down deep, and that's your homework for today, is to figure out what you want in your relationships. And the first relationship is yourself. So coming back and taking a moment and figuring out the things that you want to do. And start small. Start off with the self-care so that you want to show up, and your accountability partner then will help you to show up. So when it comes to self-care, it is the things that, whatever your heart is needing, whatever your soul, whatever your body is needing, you want to listen to that. So if you know, okay, I need to drink more water, start off right there, and then work your way up to have an accountability partner who will hold you in check for the other things when it comes to relationship. Of, well, did you take a pause when you got into a fight, or did you take a pause when that person on social media was aggravating you, when you were upset? So those are just some examples of how the accountability partner can help you. And you already know your accountability partner. The first name that pops in your head, that's who it is. That's your accountability partner. And that can change, can start off, but always come back to your heart, always come back to listening to what you need. And you'll find that you will grow exponentially. It'll be incredible growth. And you'll be happier because you're taking care of yourself, you're taking care of your relationships, and we all become frustrated and we all become angry and upset. It's just what you do with that anger, and it's what you do with that disappointment. That's what makes it so that you feel the growth. So it's having that accountability partner which can lead to just the happy life, happy relationships, and a happy body and self. So thank you so much for watching, for sharing the love, and for liking, commenting. And if you think there's someone that would benefit from watching this, please share it with them. And if you would like to join my love letter, which is a weekly newsletter I send out, you can join. I'll leave a link below and you can join. And if you'd like to cut to the chase, you can head on over to my website, which is www.dorothyDstover.com. And until next time, peace, love, and hugs. Welcome to today's love lesson. Today's love lesson is for those that are dating, out in the dating world, they're single, they're ready to mingle, and so they're out having fun, and sometimes not so much fun, because dating, it's a rough world right now. And actually, it's always been a rough world. The dating world is always changing, it's evolving, and is sometimes can be really challenging to keep up. And sometimes we think we are out of the dating world and all of a sudden we're thrown back into that pool. So it can be a challenge, to say the least. And I hear often from people, I work with clients for matchmaking, I work with clients on dating and their relationships, so I do often hear about the stories and the, oh my gosh, this happened, and the frustrations that people feel as they are dating, as they are out there. And I do have a few methods, a few ways that you can enjoy every single date and learn something from it. And that's actually the key. The key to enjoying dates is to learn from them. So you start off with your first basis is you're not going into a date to learn if this person is the one for you. Especially the first date, don't focus on, is this person the one for me? Focus on, who is this person? Get to know them. That's the key right there. So you'll start off where you're just getting to know their story. And I believe if you know someone's story, you can fall in love with them. And I'm not asking you to fall in love with each person, but I am asking you to sit back and get to know them as a person. And things will unfold. So as you get to know their story, and everyone has one, everyone has something they've gone through that's challenging, everyone has passions and things that they want to do in life, get to know them. And don't get to know them as who they pertain to you, get to know just them. That will come later. It'll come later for, do I want to be in a relationship with this person? That comes later. First, especially the first date, just focus on getting to know them as a person and let them get to know you as a person. So this is huge. The second part is to stop and go, what can I learn from this experience? What are they teaching you? Because every situation, there is something to learn. Every person, there is something to learn. So those quote-unquote bad dates actually are great opportunities for growth and great opportunities to learn something about yourself. And they're great practice as well. So relationships of all kinds are challenging. So from first date to marriage, it's all challenging. And if you have someone right there in front of you that's challenging, you begin to work that muscle. If you treat them with respect and kindness, and you're there to learn, you start to sort of have those other feelings and expectations drop away, which is big. Expectations ruin things. And again, you're not learning about that person as what pertains to you, but you're just learning about them. And then you can add in what you can learn from the overall experience. So what are they teaching you? What can you learn? Get back to that basis. So those other two ways, it is get to know them as a person, not do you want to be in a relationship with them, but just what is their story? Get to know that first. And then you can decide later on, do you want to be in a relationship with them or not? And the second step is to learn something. What can you learn from the situation? What can you learn from that person? Because everyone can teach you something, and every situation can teach you something as well. And my bonus tip for the dating world and making sure every date is a good one is to be polite, be kind, be a lady, be a gentleman. And these are key points. Even if the person is not showing you respect, be respectful. Even if the person is not being nice to you, be nice. And of course, if you really feel like something is threatening or they really aren't being respectful, respectfully leave. Like, you do not have to stay there to learn something. You can learn something in that moment and pick up your bags and say, thank you so much for your time. I do have to get going. And it's an easy way. So let me repeat that, because a lot of people don't know how to leave a date that's not going very well. It is just, thank you so much. I appreciate you taking the time to meet me, and I do have to get going. But my best to you. And then let that be that. So thank you so much for watching, for sharing, and for liking. And if you would like to join the Love Letter, which is my weekly newsletter, I'll leave the link below. And if you would like to cut to the chase, my website is www.dorothydstover.com. Until then, peace, love, and hugs. Welcome to today's love lesson. Today's love lesson is the 7 ways that you can meet someone that doesn't involve dating apps. Now, don't get me wrong, I love dating apps. I think they're a great way to meet somebody, but I know they can be frustrating, right? There's a lot of people to go through, and maybe you meet someone and it doesn't go anywhere, or what they're looking for is not what you're looking for. So I have 7 ways that you can meet someone that doesn't involve a dating app. The first way is your network and your network's network. So what does that mean? Well, you can use social media. You can certainly use your friends. I think that is a great way to meet somebody, is through a friend. And you may find that your friend set you up with someone that maybe you don't think is the best match. Maybe you even question their friendship, because how do they set you up with someone like the person they set you up with? You just didn't connect, and that's okay. You will go on dates with people that you don't necessarily connect with, and that's okay. Learn something from it and be open. Be as open as you possibly can with your mind, your heart, your soul, and you will find somebody, and maybe even make a few friends using your network and your network's network. And the second way to meet someone would be work. So that's actually number 1 when it comes to statistically where romance can begin in the workplace. So I often necessarily don't want you to go and fish off the company pier, but it's where you spend a lot of your time. So if you work with people you don't necessarily like, you could meet somebody through work in some way. It's a great way. And that actually brings me to the third, which would be volunteering. Volunteering is a fantastic way to meet somebody. One, you both are interested in the cause, so that's huge right there. And you're meeting someone where you know you connect on that level, and where their heart's at, you know that because your heart's there too. So it's a wonderful way to meet someone is through volunteering, and volunteering for causes that you do feel passionate about and you do support. So it's a great way to meet somebody. And the fourth way to meet someone is through church or your spiritual group. So this I love because, again, it kind of goes back to volunteering, where you know where their head's at in some way. I think you still need to have an open mind and open heart when it comes to religion or spirituality, and not maybe pigeonhole yourself into a certain religion, unless that's something that really does go down to your core values, which often it does. But if you can have an open mind and open heart, I think it really does lead to great matches. And so that's just a wonderful way. And if your church group or your spiritual group doesn't already have a singles group, start one. People will show up. It's amazing what can happen. So I definitely think that's a great way to meet somebody. And I certainly believe the best matches have a basis of God, or have a basis where you have faith of some sort. It really leads to great relationships, great marriages, and stability too, and exploration. So, and the fifth way to meet someone would be, the fifth way to meet someone would be your meetup. I love meetup.com. I think it's, again, it goes on to the things you love to do and all these different, I mean, there's a meetup for anything. And if there's not a meetup, you can start one. And they're all over the place, all over the country. So it's a great way to connect with people that have the same beliefs or same lifestyle, same beliefs, or just things that you enjoy doing. Great way to meet somebody. And also make friends. So if you're someone you want to get out there and make some friends, this is beautiful. Meetup.com, great way. I've made friends this way. And then you actually you can meet someone, again, you can go right back to your network. So there's so many different ways to meet someone. Another way, and I love this would be number 5, would be travel. So travel, I think, one, it raises your vibration. It's a great way to meet different people, great way to meet somebody. And you're out of your comfort zone and they're out of their comfort zone. So it's a beautiful space to be in when meeting somebody new, because you're not, essentially, I do think when we're out of our comfort zone, we are our authentic selves. And so it's a really great way. So that would actually be number 6. Sorry, I lost track. So 6 would be travel. So great way to meet someone, great way to connect. And number 7 would be a matchmaker. I'm a matchmaker. It's a great way. I love doing it. And there are matchmakers all over the country. And I work for a company called Talkify. And it's wonderful because we sift through everyone. We use our network. We use all of these different ways to connect people and introduce people. And we do the sifting, which is really great. So the searching and the screening of people, we bring that all together. So Talkify, I'll leave a link below if you are interested. You certainly can become a part of the network and be matched up with potential people to be in a relationship with, fall in love with. So thank you again. Those are the 7 different ways you can meet someone without using dating apps. I hope you like this, and I would love to hear from you. Is there anything else that you want to know? Questions you have? Did you enjoy the video? Did you not? I love hearing that. And either one. And then, yes, thank you for liking, for sharing, for commenting. And if there's someone that you think would enjoy this or needs to hear it, please share with them. I know they'll thank you for it. And until next time, peace, love, and hugs. Bye-bye. Welcome to today's love lesson. Today's love lesson is, well, it goes into that you may not be ready for a relationship if you focus on certain things. And so let me go a little bit deeper on if you're focused on superficial, the way someone looks, what car they drive, the house they live in, the job that they have. If you're focused on these superficial things, materialistic, and that could be the town that they live in or the side of the city that they live in, you're not ready for a relationship. Doesn't mean you won't meet someone that could lead to a really beautiful relationship. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It doesn't mean, it doesn't mean a lot of things. It just means when you boil everything down, if you're focused on the superficial, if you're focused on how someone looks, if you're focused on how much money they make, and these things that, when you boil it down to love, they just aren't there anymore. So, and if you want a long-term, fulfilling relationship, one that can last the test of time, then you really do need to focus more on their heart and soul. And I've done a video on this before on how to fall in love with anyone. And it does lead to, when you focus on that heart and soul, it leads to amazing relationships. Now, let me also say, just because you focus on the heart and soul doesn't mean that you will end up with someone you're not highly attracted to. It doesn't mean you'll end up with someone that isn't wealthy or doesn't have a great job. It means you very well could fall madly in love with someone and their heart and soul, and they are a billionaire, or they're a model, or whatever the case may be. But but you're cutting right to it. You're cutting to the heart and soul. And very often, too, you end up being attracted to someone when you love their heart and soul. The attraction can be very strong, very passionate, and can lead to amazing things. So, highly suggest it. Fall in love with someone for their heart, fall in love with someone for their soul, and be with someone for those reasons. Don't be with someone because they make X amount of dollars. Don't be with someone because they look a certain way, or they, those superficial materialistic things, they don't matter, and it, leads to really great relationships when you can focus on the person, who they are, and their heart. And I will say, things change. I've seen people who are multimillionaires become, have nothing. I've seen people who are, again, don't have anything, then they are brought right up, and they are, they have everything. So the wheel can turn, and you never know where someone can be. You never know if you fall in love with this person you think is so gorgeous, and maybe something happens to their face, or maybe they lose an extremity. You just never know. The life changes so fast, and if you're looking for a long-term relationship, if you're looking for marriage, if you're looking for that partner in life, then you fall in love with the heart and the soul. And that's what it comes down to, because that's where the good stuff is, and that can stand the test of time, and that can get you through the multitude of things that can happen in life, because it will. That's just how life is. It topsy-turvy and wild and wonderful. So, and you want a good partner that also loves you for you, and loves you for your heart and soul. And that's important. So thank you again for watching, for sharing, and for commenting, letting me know if you liked this video, if you didn't. Let me know if there's something else you'd like to talk about, and let's start the conversation. So thank you again, and until next time, peace, love, and hugs. Bye-bye. Welcome to today's love lesson. Today's love lesson is ask yourself why. This is actually one of the most frustrating questions. It's also one of the most useful questions. Is the very simple, right? Why? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why is someone else doing what they're doing? And when you start to sit and ask yourself why you are doing certain actions, why you are playing a certain role, you begin to understand yourself more. You begin to understand yourself in the situation, and you begin to get to the root of the matter, which can help you grow, which can help you have a better relationship. And I'll get to an example of this. So this past week is a perfect example of my own self check-in, my own self being like, why? So my significant other, we were just talking, and I became defensive, and I stopped and I asked myself, why am I so defensive? Why am I having this reaction? And then I asked myself, why is he acting the way he's acting? Why is he saying what he's saying? And from there, I realized he's stressed out. I realized that there's things going on in his life, and then I also realized that why am I reacting this way? And because it's sort of a natural impulse to react the way I reacted. It's something I fight against, and I've been fighting against it for years and years and years of how I used to be, and every now and then it comes up. So this was a moment where it came up for me. So I asked myself why, and then I asked myself why he was acting the way he was acting and saying the things he was saying, and I realized that the two reasons come together, and those whys come together, and everything just sort of fell to the wayside. I'm like, okay, I don't need to be defensive. This is nothing to be defensive about. and I can be more understanding of where he's coming from. So it worked out well. I didn't have to punish myself. I didn't have to punish him, which is sometimes a go-to, right, in a relationship. Sometimes we are upset and angry or hurt, and we automatically go to that place where we want to punish, whether it's ourselves or other people, and we don't need to go there. So ask yourself why. This is also a question that can be very frustrating for a lot of my clients when I ask them why. Why do they want to be with someone with X, Y, and Z qualities? Why do they want this in a relationship? Why are they acting this way? Why are they doing what they're doing? And when you ask that, it can be extremely frustrating because you have someone, you can become defensive, and you can become in this way where you feel like someone's attacking you, and it's not attacking you, it's just figuring out why. And sometimes that leaves us raw and vulnerable, because if we really start to think about why, then maybe it's not that important to us, and we hold on to things. So sometimes letting it go, we act defensive because it's scary to let go. And another part where it can be frustrating or annoying when you ask why, because then you are having to either decide, is this something you still believe in, or is this something that you no longer believe in? So it can fortify beliefs, the question why, and it can allow beliefs to fall to the wayside. Both can be scary. So I totally get it, why is a frustrating thing to ask, and it's also the biggest growth can come from just asking why. So that's this week's love lesson, is ask yourself why. Why you're doing something, why someone else is doing something, why you want something, why you think someone else wants something. And let me know what you think. Let me know what happens. Any growth or frustrations that pop up, I would love to hear. And so, yes, and let us know if there's anything else you want to know for love lessons. Until then, peace, love, and hugs. Bye-bye.